half hour as we welcome you, everybody. Tuesday, I'm Rita Garcia.
And I'm Samica. Meteorologist Elita Loresca starting us off with the forecast. Hey, Elita, good morning.
Hey there, Sam, you okay? I know your boys went back yesterday. You all right? Oh, those sweet pictures. All right, my friends, I'll tell you what, I know it's one of those mornings, a lot happening. Some of you getting up extra early this morning to prepare the lunches and all the things for the little ones today. Starting off this morning, very warm, very sticky. Temperature readings in the mid to upper 70s, low to mid 80s. Check out that feels like temperature, 99 in Galveston. The feels like temperatures will continue to build as we get into the afternoon. It's already feeling pretty oppressive. I mean, look at Palacios right now at 101, 99 in Galveston. That just shows you the amount of moisture that is in place this morning. And as I mentioned, we're going up dangerous levels this afternoon. We've got between noontime and 7 p.m. That's when our heat advisory starts. And you can see much of our area. That heat advisory has been expanded to also include the northern counties where we saw 110 to 112 yesterday. 13 alert radar is quiet this morning, but similar to yesterday, there's going to be a sea breeze, just enough moisture in place to allow for a few thunderstorms, brief heavy downpours to cool you off, to move through between that 2 to 5 p.m. hours. So perhaps some of you, I know, sloshing away through some of those roads, be prepared, especially in those school and bus zones, to slow down if you encounter any sort of ponding on the roads, of course. And as you can see, that hour-by-hour forecast is calling for a slight chance for some wet weather. So welcome back, Deer Park ISD, the home of the Eagles, Deer Park Elementary. A quick shout out all morning long. If your school district's headed back today, I want to hear from you. You know how to reach me on X, on Facebook, on Instagram. I'll make sure I give your school district a shout out. Back to you, ladies.
Hopefully those Eagles soar. Thanks.
Meanwhile, Cy-Fair is now the biggest district in Texas to offer an elective centered around the Bible.
Some supported the move during last night's board meeting, but others criticized the board, which previously removed chapters of textbooks that go against their beliefs.
Well, still ahead, are you getting the most out of your insurance? The tips to make sure you get all of the money and help from the companies you pay to protect you.
I'm Rita Garcia.
And I'm Samica. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome back to class. Meteorologist Elita Loresca joining us to talk about the hot school bus stop forecast.
Yes, that's right. Very good, very good. Hot and humid. This morning, we're starting off extra steamy out there, 80 degrees with a Feels water bottle as you head out this morning. Make sure you fill up that water bottle. And we'll talk more in detail about how long this stretch of hot weather is going to stick around coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good, Elita. Thank you. Meantime, students in Cy-Fair ISD go back to class next week.
And some families say the district is putting children in danger after getting rid of bus routes to save money without...
Also, last night, Cy-Fair became the biggest district here in Texas to offer an elective centered around the Bible. The course that was approved has already been accepted by the Texas Board of Education. As an elective, it is not mandatory for students to take.
Well, after their first day, the state-appointed superintendent of Houston ISD, it's 517 now, and LL Flooring, formerly known as Lumber Liquidators, is closing 94 of its stores, including some
soccer rivalries in the world is coming to Houston. Hey, let's talk a little weather. Elita, I saw some crews out cutting trees yesterday. I couldn't help but feel for them, and their license plate said they were from California. So I was like, you definitely are not used to this heat.
I mean, I'll tell you what, the heat index values yesterday, if there were records, I felt like we were close to them. I mean, 114 in Angleton. Some of the peak heat index values around Harris County, Bush Airport 111, Hobby Airport 111. Unfortunately, we're headed back in that direction this afternoon with more of those heat advisories. Dangerous levels, we're talking 110 in Tomball, Pearland 110 degrees. As we've been talking about, these numbers are taken in the shade, not in direct sunshine. When you're in direct sunshine, tack on additional 10, 15 degrees to that number, and we're going to see a lot of that sunshine. We are going to get some clouds as well, and perhaps with some of those clouds, a few cooling downpours. Unfortunately, those downpours aren't going to be widespread. In fact, they're going to be few and far between, favoring some of the same areas that received some rain yesterday, but hopefully also some other areas that didn't get the rain. Here's a look at those heat advisories. You'll notice that the heat advisories now expand to some of our northern counties, and again, that begins at noon and continues until 7 p.m. Those heat advisories are issued issued when the heat index values reach 108 or higher and for a certain amount of time. And it does look like we're going to see several hours with those elevated numbers. Right now, the feels-like temperature at Bush Airport is at 86 with an air temperature of 80 degrees. Feels like it's 99 down in Galveston, so extra steamy there with a southwest breeze blowing at about 5 miles per hour. Those wind speeds will generally be light today, 5 to 10 knots, smooth around the bays and lakes, wave heights not too high, building anywhere between 1 to 2 feet. And you can see those surf temperatures very warm in the upper 80s. I know over the weekend they were in the lower 90s. 79 degrees right now in Sealy, 76 in Conroe. A quick check of the 13 alert radar, and similar to yesterday, not going to find a whole lot on the map, but you may find those isolated light rain showers. A couple of those light rain showers have made its way onshore in Matagorda and Brazoria County. I think we'll see a few more popping up late morning, early afternoon, and let's say between 2 to 5 p.m. is where we've got you down for a 30% chance of a few heavy downpours, a few claps of thunder. You get caught under one of these downpours, it may rain for about 15 to 20 minutes and then rain itself out or move on. In this scenario, it does look like most of that rain is out of here before the sun even goes down. By Wednesday morning, we could see the same, just a spotty rain shower, but less coverage on tap as some drier air blows in. We've got you up to a 20% chance for some wet weather on Wednesday. It does look like those rain chances will continue at 20% at least through Friday, and then a large heat dome builds in for the weekend, and that squashes any sort of wet weather for the weekend and beyond. And when we take a look at the outlook through the end of the month, guys, you can see that the precipitation outlook is showing drier than normal conditions, meaning that that's going to translate into that heat dome continuing to be a persistent feature here through the end of August. So if you were hoping for a fall front to arrive in August, hope no more, because it doesn't look like we're in for a chance, as that heat dome looks like it is going to be the main weather feature here, not just for the beginning of August, but through the rest of the month as it squashes those rain chances, as I mentioned, beyond the weekend and keeps temperature readings above normal.
There's always hope.
Okay, I like your positivity, but let's just talk about the science. No hope.
I'm holding on to hope. All right, thanks, Elita. Well, this morning, the community of Surfside Beach is far less protected than they were yesterday.
We're working to find out why half of the police force is off the job.
And a judge just blocked the state from releasing this year's school accountability ratings. Why it is especially important for the future of HISD. Back. Good morning, everybody. I'm Samica Knight.
I'm Rita Garcia. Let's kick things off with our meteorologist, Elita Loresca. I know you probably have that outfit already planned for back to school, but make sure it's shorts if you got to change it.
For sure. It is my favorite time of the year. I mean, as a parent, we are excited for that first day of school, and hopefully you are too. As I mentioned, we'll talk about the rain chances the rest of the week, whether or not we get any rain into the weekend, and of course, Ernesto. We've got a new name storm, the latest track on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we're all ears on Ernesto. Thanks, Elita. It is your voice, your vote. Today, Democratic leaders will meet to nominate a replacement for the late Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
The longtime District 18 rep died last month after a diagnosis with pancreatic cancer. ABC 13's Brandon Hamilton is live from the 3rd Ward this morning. And Brandon, break this down for us, because we understand District 18 voters will actually vote twice on the same ballot for the...
So many students out there. For others, it's like day 2. Good morning, everybody. On a Tuesday, I'm Rita Garcia.
I'm Jacob Rescon.
And I'm Samica Knight. Meteorologist Elita Loresca is waving and welcoming back the heat this morning.
This is a time of the morning where I feel like people are starting to get up.
Okay.
They're ready for that morning wave.
Well, the Pentagon is warning of an imminent attack in the Middle East. Top defense officials say Iran could launch a significant retaliatory attack on Israel any day now. Yesterday, the U.S. announced it is moving a submarine and aircraft carrier to the region to deter any attacks. According to Hamas, Israel struck a school in Gaza Saturday, killing more than 90 people.
We're certainly off to a busy Tuesday morning, everybody, with so many people back to school. I'm Rita Garcia.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacob Rescon.
And I'm Samica Knight. Hi.
So funny.
Yeah, had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction that Elita noticed, and
I'm not saying anything.
anyway, sorry about that.
Post it on your social media page. It's quite funny. It's what happens when you... First, a look at the tropics. Ernesto formed from potential storm 5 yesterday, and you can see that showers and thunderstorms have become more widespread right around Guadalupe, and this system is moving still at a very quick pace to the west at about 20 miles per hour. It makes that jog toward the west-northwest by tomorrow as it pushes over Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. As it moves away from those islands, it is expected to gradually intensify. We're talking Category 1, 2 hurricane as it pushes toward Bermuda. And the latest on the stirring currents keep this storm system away from the East Coast. And this heat ridge that has been pretty much dominant all month long is going to protect much of the South from any tropical threats for the remainder of the month. So it may not be until September where things get a little bit more active, especially around the Gulf of Mexico. For us, that heat dome is going to aid in another heating trend here, another heat wave, if you will. Upper 90s, above normal, triple-digit heat as we head into the weekend and beyond with very slim rain chances. Today, we have another heat advisory, and most likely these are going to be extended throughout the week. Today's heat advisory beginning at noon through 7 p.m. also includes our northern counties. Here are some of the numbers that you can expect. These heat index values taken in the shade, you add another 10, 15 degrees to that if you're in direct sunshine. 107 today in Galveston. Right now, beautiful live look outside the Southwest Freeway there. Temperature reading of 80 degrees. The winds are calm. There may be a light breeze blowing in along the coastline out of the southwest at about 3 miles per hour. The feels like temperature there at 97. 13 alert radar picking up on just some light rain showers coming in off of that sea breeze. You mix that sea breeze with just enough moisture, and we've got some widely scattered downpours. Take a look at that pretty hefty downpour between 2 and 5 p.m. Looks to be the most active for us here across Southeast Texas, and then that activity starts to fizzle out, and you can see that with our hour-by-hour forecast starting to build late morning, 20%. There's that 30% chance, and then by 6 p.m. or so, just as we close out that evening commute, things should be drying out. Now, tomorrow's rain chance actually drops to 20%. That goes for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, below 10% as we head into the weekend. As I mentioned, that heat dome is going to press itself across the Lone Star State and keep us mostly dry well into next week.
Coming up, a new report about tablets and tantrums.
If you're a parent, you may be very familiar with them.
Wait, is this for kids or adults? Coming up on Good Morning America, how to wean your child off the device.
Okay, Good Morning America is coming up at the top of the hour, 7 a.m. right here on ABC 13. We've got Michael Strahan live in New York with a preview of what's to come.
On this Tuesday morning, we'll see you in a few minutes. Good morning to you all, and good morning to my mama there in Houston. Back to you.
That's right. Hello to your mama. Thanks. Michael, we'll see you at the top of the hour.
All right.
Alita?
Yesterday, I was so excited, like, yay!
I got none.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe today. Maybe today.
It feels like 110 today?
Wow.
Come on. It's the first day of school. Do better.
Do better. You do better.
I'll try.
We'll talk more about the heat coming up on our 7 a.m. stream. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.
And your malfunction.
No, we won't. Thanks.
Traffic troubles as well on the North Loop. We'll have it for you at the top of the hour.
7 p.m.